Hey y'all, what's going on? It's me, your girl, Antoinette, the founder of Antoinette Develops, a development company that I created because I am passionate about developing the skills that you need so that you can design and live your best life. So today, before we get into the message, I really wanted to share a few announcements because I realized that if I do not say the announcements in the beginning, I will not say them at all. And these are really important to me. So, announcement number one, I really want to let y'all know that I have my website. It's up, it's ready, it's loaded. The link is in the description box. Can you please go check that out for me? I would really, really appreciate it. I'm really, really proud of my website. And by looking at my website, you will be able to just know everything that Antoinette Develops has to offer. On my website, I really want you to pay close attention to, on the homepage, there's Ask Antoinette. And Ask Antoinette is really all about you having an opportunity to work with me for free. So if you're going through anything, or if you are, you need feedback, or you need advice, Ask Antoinette is for you. And that is my way of giving back to you and supporting you. And the thing about Antoinette Develops, or the thing about Ask Antoinette, is the fact that it's 1,000% anonymous. So I don't know who's sending me what. All I will get is a anonymous email with your question or with your venting or whatever it is. So if you haven't done so already, please check out my website, AntoinetteDevelops.com. Press that link. Also, my YouTube channel. So if you're watching me live, thank you. I appreciate you. But if you are watching a replay, then that means you are literally watching me on YouTube at this moment. So please, if you haven't done so already, please press the subscribe button. Right now, I am at 75 subscribers on my YouTube channel. If I can get to 100 by the end of April, that would be freaking amazing. So if you are not a subscriber on my YouTube channel, Antoinette Develops, please go ahead and press that subscribe button for me. I would really appreciate it. You can go to my website, Antoinette Develops, press the blog button, and all my videos on my blog are linked to my YouTube channel. So you can press any video and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. So please, y'all, do that for me if you're not a subscriber. I'm at 75 now. Help me get to 100 by the end of April. And my last announcement is, I told y'all that for the next couple of weeks, we are focusing on helping you to develop your business. A lot of you have told me that you want to be an entrepreneur. And because you want to be an entrepreneur, I want to help you bring that into fruition. I don't want it to be a thought for you. I want you to make your dreams come true. And one of the things that I'm doing is I'm looking for entrepreneurs to interview or to be interviewed on my YouTube channel. So if you are an entrepreneur, if you know an entrepreneur that's been in business for at least 1 year, I'm looking for men and women who've been in business for at least 1 year, please give them my information, or please contact me, because I want to interview you on my YouTube channel so that you can support other aspiring business owners and entrepreneurs to start their business, okay? Now, into the message. So today, on Monday, we talked about, and I shared with you, how you can determine if entrepreneurship is for you. Today, we are going to focus on how to design the right business for you, because I want you to be able to, when I talk about designing the right business for you, at the end of the day, when you are making money, right? We make money, we work, or whatever it is that we do to make money, we're spending at least 8 hours a day at a job, right? And if you're having your own business, you're spending at least 16, sometimes 24 hours a day in a job. And at the end of the day, if you're spending that much time in a job or in a business, you need to love what you do. You need to like what you do. So today we are focusing on designing the right business for you. And I'm going to share with you 5 steps that you can utilize for you to design the right business for you. So step number 1. Now, you might not be in the proper space right now to implement each step, but I need you to listen and then replay this video later when you are in the proper space to implement these steps, okay? So step number 1, what you have to do is you need to know that you need a pen and a paper, okay? When you are coming into manifestation mode, when you are in designer mode and you're designing your life, you're designing your business, you have to have pen and paper. I tell y'all all the time, when you put a pen to paper, that is signifying to the universe that you are serious. That is signifying to yourself that you are ready to create change in your life. So if you are really serious about designing the right business for you, you need to make sure you have pen and paper, okay? And then also, not only just have pen and paper, but you also need to have a design space. You need to have a space particularly set for you designing your right business. So for me, in my house, my space is downstairs. I have a half wall that separates my living room and my kitchen, and my half wall is my design space for my life. And that's where I sit at every morning when I'm in manifestation mode. I have my vision board on my wall, and I look at my vision board, I look at all my goals, and it's all right there. And everybody knows that. That's where in my house, that's my manifestation spot. So step number 1, you need to have pen, paper, and have that manifestation spot so that you can design the right business for you. Step number 2, you have to write down, and you really have to think about things that you like. You want to think about 20 things and really write down 20 things that make you happy. Not what makes somebody else happy, but really focus on the things that you like. So when I did this, and this is just me jotting down. Okay. So when I hope that this didn't start over. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I need to check something. Okay. So anyway, step number 2, you need to write down, and you need to write down all the things that you like to do, all based on what you like. So when I did this exercise like a couple days ago, I wrote down some things like, I like to make people happy. I like to see people smile. People who don't know me, they might think that I'm really, really serious, but people who really know me, they know that I'm a big jokester, and I just like to make people smile and be happy, right? Also, I like caring for people. I also like listening to people and listening to, what they're going through. And I like making people feel like, like they're not being judged. Because one of the things I don't like being judged. So I like to make other people feel as though they're not being judged. So also what I like to do, and right now I'm just talking about step number 2, you want to write down the things that you like to do when you're designing the right business for you. Because when you are designing the right business for you and you write down the things that you like to do, you can get some ideas off of some of the things that you wrote down. Also, I like to travel. I like to go out. I like to turn up. I like to go live. At first I was so scared to go live, but now this is something that I really enjoy doing. I enjoy making money in business. So those are some of the things that I like to do, and I wrote that down when I did step number 2. So what are some things that you like to do? Write that down, and that's step number 2 is going to get you closer in designing the right business for you. Step number 3. You want to go back to your childhood. You want to go back to your childhood and think about the businesses that you've seen that interested you. Think about the entrepreneurs that were in your family or that was in your environment that you wanted to embody as a child. Think about that and write those experiences down. That's very important. When I was completing step number 3, some things that I thought about when I thought about my childhood was the fact that I really did enjoy, spending time with my family, spending time with my friends. I enjoyed going out and being outside in the community, riding bikes. Those were some of the things that I enjoyed as a child. In my teenage years, I enjoyed going to the gym and focusing on my body and focusing on just me. When I was younger, I told y'all in my last video that some businesses and entrepreneurs that I was around, I grew up around entrepreneurs. We had the stand. We also, it was an insurance building on the corner of the stand that my family had some type of role in, but I felt like they owned that insurance building when I was younger. So that was other entrepreneurs I was around. And then I also remember being younger, and my uncle, he would come around, he would sell fish dinners, and he would sell his t-shirts, and that also exposed me to entrepreneurship. And I was like, I want to be like that. I want to make my own money. I want to make my own schedule. And even though I always talk about being the CEO of you and how important that is and how it's possible for you. So another uncle of mine, he went to the army, and showed me how you can control your own time by going to the army, and then also he boxed. So I used to watch him on TV, and he really exposed to me how you can really control your own time. So when I think about my childhood, I think about the experiences and the people that I've seen that encouraged me to let me know that I can live any life that I want to live because it's people that I see that are doing it. So step number 3, you want to think about your childhood, think about things that you can embody, the feelings that you want to continue to embody as an adult, and also think about the things that you don't want to continue, and think about the cycles that you are going to break by designing this right business that's for you. So that's step number 3. Now, step number 4 is really important when you are designing a right business for you, because you really want to think about what is the goals of your business. Are you creating a business to make money? Are you creating a business to create impact? Or are you doing both? And there's nothing wrong with either choice that you make. Are you doing it to make money? Are you doing it to create impact? Or are you doing it for both? For me, I want to make money, and I also want to create impact. But it's so important for you to figure out which goal you're trying to achieve. Because, say for instance, you might just want to start a business because you are so focused on the impact and the purpose behind your business. So you might realize that, you might not really want to start an actual business, but you might want to start a nonprofit, because a nonprofit is like a business, but you get other tax benefits associated with having a nonprofit. So you might decide to go down that route. But say you want to make money. You just in a business to make money. You don't care about the purpose behind the business. So you might think about, if you just in it to make money, you might not put so much thought into trying to build a business from the ground up. So you might look into franchising, or you might look into network marketing. You could sell paparazzi. You could do so many things out here. You can DoorDash, or you can Amazon, whatever. It's so many things out here, and so many strategic ways that you can get money out here, where you don't have to, work the traditional 9 to 5, and you can still be the CEO of you and managing your own time. So you want to think about, what is the goals of your business? Do you want to create impact, make money, or do both? And then last but not least, when you are designing the right business for you, because it's about you. When you're designing the right business for you, you want to make sure you research the industry that you are going to get involved in, because now you done did step number 2, where you done thought about things that you like to do. So now you have certain ideas on businesses that you now want to explore. So now on step number 5, you want to research those industries. You want to figure out what are the trends in those industries. You want to figure out how can you differentiate yourself in certain industries. So for me, I have 2 businesses right now. I have The Stand, which is a mobile food cart. And with The Stand, I am a part of the food service industry. The food service industry is $1 billion industry. If I get 1% of that $1 billion, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I researched the industry. Some of the things that make me different with my mobile food cart, and I sell hot dogs and other things, but what makes me different is the fact that, first and foremost, I grill my hot dogs. No one in Delaware is grilling their hot dogs. I also grill my buns. No one in Delaware is grilling their buns and putting the love and all that into their hot dogs that I produce. And not only do we sell grilled hot dogs and grilled buns, but we also sell nachos and cheesesteaks and hamburgers. So that's one thing that makes us different when you come into the food industry, or you come into the hot dog business in Wilmington, Delaware. And also, one thing that sets us apart is the fact our purpose behind The Stand. The Stand was created to create opportunities for youth and for individuals. I want to create jobs. I don't want to fund youth programming. So that's why The Stand was created, because I love the youth. So that's one thing that differentiates us. And then also, I have Antoinette Develops. And with this business, I'm a part of the coaching industry, which is also $1 billion. The coaching industry is so freaking big. And you got to think about when I think about this industry and the trends, when I did my research, the coaching industry is growing 5%, is expected to grow 5% over the next 5 years. That's huge. So I'm in a good industry when it comes to that. I feel as though all I need is 1% and I'll be fine, right? And also when I think about what makes me different in the coaching industry is I rely on my story. No one is going to be another me. No one is going to be another Antoinette. So my experiences, they are valuable, and that's one thing that I'm learning now as I am growing my development company. Like, my experiences are valuable and people find value in the stories that I tell. So that's step number 5 when you are designing the right business for you. I implemented all these steps when I designed my businesses, and I have 2 of them. In the first step, just to do a quick recap, when you are designing the right business for you, you definitely first you need your pen, your paper, and you need that sacred place, that design space where you can really get focused and design that business that you want. The step number 2 is you want to write down, you want to think about at least 20 things that you like to do, because those 20 things are going to support you in really figuring out what direction that you want to go in. Like, you can explore. You're not stuck in any direction. So out of those 20 things, you should be able to come up with a business. Like, you should be able to do that. Or at least a business idea. Step number 3, you definitely want to think about your life as a child and think about some of the entrepreneurs that you was around, or some of the businesses that you've seen that interested you. You might get some ideas off of that. And then step number 4, you want to think about the goals of your business. Are you in it to make money? Are you in it to create impact? Or are you in it to do both? Because that's going to determine the way in which you go about developing the business that you want. Okay? And then step number 5, you want to research the industry. You want to see if the industry is going to be around next year. You want to research if the industry is growing. What are the trends in the industry? And if this is an industry that you're going to be involved in, you want to figure out how can you be different in this industry that you're about to be a part of. Okay? So those are the 5 steps, and those are right there is how you can design the right business for you. Not nobody else, but you. So before I end, I definitely want to ask you a question. And this is a moment for you to engage with me. You can leave it in the comment section, or you can go to Ask Antoinette, like I told you earlier, on my website, on the homepage at the bottom. But this question is, what business do you want to start and why? This is really I really want to know, what business do you want to start and why? I told y'all that I'm looking for entrepreneurs to be interviewed on my YouTube channel. So I want to bring people on that's going to support you in getting one step closer to your goal, or a few steps closer to your goal. So if you tell me what business that you want to start and why, I can invite those type of entrepreneurs onto my page, onto my channel, and we can ask them questions, and you can figure out what do you have to do to really accomplish this business goal. Because I already told y'all, in 2020 we are focused on our goals, and we're not gonna let this coronavirus, we're not letting nothing stop us from being focused on our goals and accomplishing our goals. All right, so please answer that question for me. What business do you want to start and why? All right. And if you need support, y'all, if you need support in designing your best life within the next 90 days, if you need support in developing your greatness, if you need support in designing your business that's just right for you, go to AntoinetteDevelops.com. I will support you. Schedule your clarity session. You can do it all on my website, and let's figure out how we can partner together to support you in living the life of your dreams. Allow me to develop the greatness within you. All right. And I'll be back later to discuss more business things. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.